need to be developed. Insufficient capital resources can severely hamper a country's ability to innovate and compete in the global export arena. Consequently, isn't the sole reliance on export an inherently challenging path to economic development by the opponents? Please do answer. Second moderator, exporting is very challenging and expensive for the geographically challenged countries, especially the ones that are landlocked. There are 44 landlocked countries in the world, which is 1/4 of the nation. Of these, the United Nations lists 32 countries as landlocked developing countries or LDCs. Of these 32 LDCs, 17 are considered as least developed countries. The World Bank data estimate showed that to export one container of cargo from LDCs, it takes $3,204, which compared $1,268 for transit countries. But unfortunately, my opponents are living in a world where every country has its own ocean and every country is interconnected. Dear opponents, please realize that remittance income is more inclusive than export income, as it benefits a huge number of populations, especially the ones.
And second speaker, you said that jute, you talk about jute decline, but my second speaker never mentioned about jute exports. And the research, yes, the research of Dr. Catalina and Susan Pozo also mentioned that remittances can disadvantage the economy via the Dutch disease you mentioned, third speaker. And second speaker, you mentioned the difficulties of export-oriented business environment, but the initial difficulties cannot overweight the contribution it brings to us. And third speaker, you mentioned about COVID-19. Even in the COVID-19, the worst sufferers were the remittance workers, and 5 lakh Bangladeshi expatriates could not even bring remittance to the country. On this very note, I'd like to conclude my speech. Thank you, moderators. Thank you very much.
Giving me the floor once again. My opponent's second speaker told us to take notes, and I think I just wasted all my paper writing the same notes again and again. While my opponent's misconceptions might seem convincing at first, they stand in the position at which it does not withstand closer inspection. Now let's delve into why. First of all, respected moderator, my dear opponents have again and again emphasized on how export brings money, but have they mentioned how much of it goes into debt, buying raw materials, maintenance, and how much of it goes into the hands of the people? Have they addressed the enormous direct and indirect contribution of remittance economy? Did they mention whether or not export economy meets all the 3 factors stated by our first speaker? Have they mentioned how the living standards of unemployed people and their families can be upgraded to export economy? No, because if they did, then remittance would have come right to the spotlight and they would have to agree with us. Moreover, respected moderator, my opponents asked how we are prioritizing remittance when we are living in Bangladesh, an RMG-dependent country. Well, I guess they haven't listened to my previous analysis of how Bangladesh survived on remittance rather than exports during the global recessions. Moreover, my dear opponent's third speaker mentioned illegal channel of money transfers in the name of sending remittance workers. But my dear opponents, you will see these are offering because they are not finding feasible ways for migration. When a country focuses on remittance, then it would create and strengthen such